Welcome back to another episode of What's for Dinner. Just wanted to take a second and thank y'all for letting me have like a human day and kind of let me do what I wanted. So, I'm very tired today. So, tonight we're going to make some steaks, but I thought I would share my cornbread recipe with you guys. I am not from the South specifically, but I lived in North Carolina and I was actually born in South Carolina. So I do have, and my dad's side of the family is all from Tennessee. So I do have pretty thick Southern roots. So yeah, this is a recipe that I'm not exactly sure where I found it. It wasn't in my mom's recipe box. I don't really ever remember my mom making cornbread. But point being, we're going to make cornbread with our steaks today. So we're first going to start with the cornbread because that needs to bake. So you need a cup of flour, a cup of cornmeal, a third cup sugar, 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, cup of milk. I'm actually going to use buttermilk because I have buttermilk in the fridge that needs to get got. A third cup of oil, 1 egg, or a quarter cup applesauce. So let's do that. Also, preheat your oven to 400. I would just like to preface, because I felt like a little bit earlier, I said like you have to be from the South to enjoy cornbread, and you 1000% don't. You can be from anywhere and enjoy cornbread. So, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I have my canisters on either side to get my cornbread. Or to make my rest. Oh my god, y'all. My canisters are over here with all of my ingredients. So, cup of flour. 1 cup of cornmeal. And then we have 1/3 cup of sugar. Now, the original recipe calls for 2/3 cup sugar, but that turned into more of like a desserty type cornbread, and I honestly didn't care for it. So that's why I cut down on the sugar, because it was just too like sweet, and I don't know, I'm not a big fan of like sweet cornbread. I feel like it should be savory. Oh no, we might not have enough, y'all. Oh no. Okay, 1, 2. We're gonna make it by the skin of our teeth, y'all. We're out of baking powder. So you need, like I said, 3.5 teaspoons, little t, of baking powder. So now we need some of our wet stuff, so let me go get that. I also forgot to add a little bit of salt. Okay, 1 cup of buttermilk. You're actually supposed to use milk, but, you know, it was going to go bad in the fridge. What am I going to do, waste it? Whoops. Okay, 1/3 cup of oil. And then I need a eggy. Or, again, a 1/4 cup of applesauce. Boink. Mixy. Okay, y'all. That's the consistency you're looking for. Now, you need to get a muffin tin. And I have silicone muffin liners that I'm going to use. Well, I only have 6 because my dog broke the other 6. She literally chewed the shit out of them. So anyways, muffin tin. Okay, so just kidding. I actually have some of these paper ones, but I really don't like these. And last time I used them, they like burned into the paper. It was gross. So you could only eat like the top part. And it was just not a good time, y'all. Not a good time at all. So what I'm going to do with my silicone ones exclusively, I'm going to put a little bit of just non-stick spray because I feel like it kind of helps when you're pulling them out. Paper ones, I mean, they're just going to be that way because, you know, why not make things just that much harder? So, to put the batter into the molds, I'm using 1/3 cup. Now, what I will do is I'm just going to scoop it, and then I'm just going to plop it in there, and I'm only going to fill it about 3/4 full, because baking powder makes everything rise, and I'm notorious, specifically with muffins, I just want to point that out, specifically with muffins, I'm really bad about, like, overfilling the muffin tin or the muffin mold, and then just screwing it up that way. Woo! So like I said, we're going to fill 3/4 full. And then whatever's left over, I'm just kind of going to divvy up amongst the rest of the molds. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, in a 400-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 20 and then we'll check. So yeah, the rest of dinner, we're just going to season our steak and then make mac and cheese, like a boxed mac and cheese. And then we're going to have some corn. So yeah, that's kind of my cornbread recipe. I guess this kind of turned into a what you baking, but we're also going to do a what you baking. We're going to make banana bread and then chocolate banana bread because I have like 8 bananas that are going bad right now in my house. So stay tuned for a little bit later today, even tomorrow. It just depends on when I get it edited because I'm pretty tired today. So yeah, we'll wait till the cornbread's done. And then, yeah, we're just going to do that, and we'll have my husband taste test cornbread, I guess. So I guess this is what you baking, not what's for dinner. Cornbread is done. It ended up going in about 22 minutes because I wanted it to get a little bit more golden brown. And it has been cooling for a significant amount of time. Not significant. They're still warm. But Mr. Christensen is here to talk about or taste test or what the hell ever our cornbread. By the way, look at that sirloin. That is one single sirloin, and there were 2 in that pack, so we're going to be splitting this guy. Gotta add a little bit of butter to your cornbread over there. Not your hand. Okay, here you go.
Alright, guys. Sorry for the unenthusiastic. I'm very sore and tired. That's good cornbread.
Oh my god. Y'all hungry, because Lord knows we got enough.